Hello, my name is Paul Smith and I am the author of this book, Learning While Working, Structuring Your On-the-Job Training from ATD Press. This book is all about structured on-the-job training, how to create such a program, how to maintain such a program, how to manage such a program. I'm a practitioner who does this kind of work as my day job, and I wanted to be able to share that information with my peers who are involved in learning and development roles. As you may imagine, when people read the book or when they see me at meetings or conferences, they have questions. And there are some questions that do come up quite a bit in the different contexts. And I thought this is a good way to address some of those questions that come into me. So I've got this handy little mailbox here. Let's just take a look at one of the questions. Paul, could you help us understand the basic difference between traditional OJT and structured OJT? Ah yes, the difference between traditional OJT and structured OJT. It's a very popular question that comes up quite a bit as people try to understand, okay, so what actually makes this different? And I'll give you the short answer. The short answer is it's the S, it's the structured part. I'm not trying to be flippant, that is the difference. Because you see, on-the-job training happens. Almost everywhere does on-the-job training. Now, a lot of places don't do it real effectively, but it still happens because that's what, whether you train somebody initially in a classroom or not, eventually you send them out to do the job, and that's when they really are going to learn how to do it. The issue is that experience is often completely unstructured. It is often very random, very haphazard, makes it difficult to even measure success as far as completion of that training time. Makes it difficult for whoever is instructing or responsible for guiding you, because it's like, hey, show them what to do, okay? All right, I'll show them what I do, but that may not be what the company wants. You've put a lot of eggs in that one basket of that individual. The purpose of structured on-the-job training is not to replace the on-the-job training, because that's already happening. It is instead to take what is already being done, that OJT effort, and to add structure to it, add definition, add parameters, add definition to the outcomes of that, so that everybody knows why we're doing this, what the expected outcome is going to be, and we're even able to measure and track whether the individual in the program is able to fulfill that, is able to do those things. Because a traditional OJT program rarely equips the organization to be able to have that level of input. The way to think about it, I like, is a jigsaw puzzle. Now, jigsaw puzzles have these really pretty pictures that we want to try to create, and that's the goal that we're going for. We want to create that picture. But it starts with this inside the box. So if I dump this out on my table here, this is the way most of us, all the pieces, want all the pieces out there. This is the way most of us begin doing a puzzle. We just dump the pieces out on the table. But in the process of that, what we are now looking at is a really good visual representation of a traditional OJT program, because traditional OJT program has a lot of really good pieces, a lot of really good stuff going on, but it's all disjointed and disconnected. It's random, it has no definition to it, and as such, it's difficult to actually establish success with that, to actually utilize this in a strategic manner. However, when you put the puzzle pieces together to make this nifty picture that's on the front, that's when you achieve the successful goal that we're looking for. So how do we do that? Well, for most people, the first step that they go into is they look for some of these pieces. These pieces that have straight edges. That's a corner piece. Here's another corner. Whoop, that's the backside. Here's another corner piece. Straight edge. See the straight edge on that guy? Whoop, straight edge. See the straight edge on that guy? The reason we look for those pieces is because then we can build the frame. Makes it easier then for us to go, okay, now that we've got the frame, we know the size and the scope of the puzzle, and we can start looking for, okay, what are the other pieces that connect up with the frame that we've just built? The frame of that puzzle then becomes the structured part of your OJT program. You see, the OJT stuff is still the same. It's still happening to a large extent exactly how it was happening before in how it's implemented. However, now it's being done with purpose and intent, and we are able to define what needs done at different times. That is the value of the structured on-the-job training program. I hope that helps clear that up a bit. Thank you for watching, and keep on developing.